Kitchen. It is our sous chef. It is our prep chef. It makes life so much easier.
It becomes your best friend. I tell you what, no matter what it is you like chopping and dicing and slicing, the truth is we love to cook, but do we really love to do the prep?
No.
Not so much. What I've done with this chopper is I've spring-loaded the legs, so it literally will bounce up and down for you. Look how big the space is. Because you know some of them you need a wee little potato like that to be able to cut it. Not mine. You pop in that big old potato, you ready? Just push straight on down with it. You can even use a little leverage with both your hands and have a look at what I just did. Perfect French fries in seconds, right? The cut, because of those high quality stainless steel blades that we put in there, are absolutely perfect. So watch how many French fries I can cut in 2 minutes. You just push on down on that baby. Here we get a couple more. So what was that? 2, 4, 6 big long potatoes.
Huge.
And I said to the guys, go and find me the longest potatoes you can, because I love a big long French fry. Look at that. That just took me 45 seconds, you guys, right? And that's what's so beautiful about this. Now, these could be carrot sticks, they could be cucumber sticks, they could be absolutely anything you want. So whether you make your own French fries or not, so many great uses for this item. So let me show it to you again. See how I've spring-loaded those legs? I've also put measure marks on the front here on my cup, and that comes in really handy. So while we've got the dicing blade in, let me show you what we can do here with soft vegetables like celery or cucumbers. I can even put in multiple at once and it'll go through.
And celery's hard to cut. It's so stringy.
Celery can be quite stringy, can't it? And cucumber, straight through, just the same, right? So I can go on through and do crudité for a whole party.
Wow.
Okay, just like that, but wait. I want to show you what it's like with a hard vegetable like a carrot. No problem. It goes through just the same, right? So you're going to cut those perfect carrot sticks. Now, people always ask me, how do you get your kids to eat vegetables? And I say, you know what you do? You put vegetables in front of your kids. It's that simple. And I'm not saying that to be cheeky. I'm just saying, if you put this in front of your kids, they might not grab it on their first walk past, but just trust me, sooner or later they're going to come past, grab a carrot stick, especially when you make a little dip there, which I'm about to show you how to do as well, because you can remove this whole piece, so that sits in like that, right? You remove that, and now I'm putting in a grating blade, right? Because you get all these different attachments. Let me take a breath and show you what you get.
The colors, by the way, the sunflower is almost gone. There's less than 200 left. That's the newest color. We have the black, we have the turquoise, and we have the red.
Yep. We just used the dicing blade, right? Now I'm going to use a grater. There's a fine grater. There's a coarse grater. There's a Mandoline. Right, that Mandoline blade is brilliant because that goes straight on top as well, and you can use it as a Mandoline. There's a corer for it doing any apples. There's a Wedger for when you want to do your citrus wedges, and then of course we have the pushers that correspond, and we have the guards and the comb to clean out any little bits. So let me jump back in and show you now. I've put that grater on top. I've put some yogurt in the bottom. I can just go ahead now. Let me do it the right way. Let me get the guard, because the guard's very, very simple and easy to use. You're just going to put whatever vegetable or piece of cheese or whatever it is that you're grating, and grate it all the way down till there's nothing left. You can see there's just a little bit of skin left. And now what I've done is I've made tzatziki, right? So I've gone ahead and I'll put yogurt, a little bit of lemon zest, some cucumber. I put some of that into my bowl. Maybe I want to keep some for later. So if I do, don't worry, we give you a lid, so the lid will sit right on there. Thank you, Gareth. I'm going to go ahead and grab the lid, stick that in. Now I can pop it in the fridge. Now, if that's in the fridge, how do you use your chopper? Well, we thought of that as well, and there's a couple of extra drawers there, Suze, just on the edge there.
Yeah, it's a two-pack. You get 2 drawers and 2 more lids. So if you've got the one lid busy, you can pick up 2 more to go with it.
Right, all right.
There you go.
Who's got a kid that goes and plays soccer? Anyone?
Oh, please.
My boy does. I tell you what.
We did.
This is what you do, because so many parents these days, they'll just go and get a bag of candy and say, all right, well, that's good enough. Well, I still like cutting oranges for my kids. And, you know, I take them and everyone's like, oh, you're so good. I can't believe you take all that time to cut the oranges.
Right.
Don't tell anyone. It only takes me 30 seconds.
It's your cheat code.
Look at that.
It's your parenting cheat code.
And look how perfectly it cuts them.
Yeah.
That's what I love the most.
Man, when we had orange duty, everybody dreaded it.
Right.
Because we're like, oh my God, I don't have time to cut all these.
So much so that we end up stop doing it, right?
Right, right.
I mean, next time you're having a party, Suze, maybe you want to just do
for
your
a Corona.
little bit of prep. Exactly. You're going to make some margaritas or some cocktails. This is what my guys like doing in the bar, at the restaurant.
I bet they do.
Well, you know how long this
it takes a long time to cut this kind of stuff.
Exactly. And there you go. I just cut enough for a party of maybe 30 people coming and drinking margaritas all
You know
night
what's
long.
fun too? Visually, it's interesting because it's consistent.
Yes,
so
that's right.
visually, it's more inviting.
Again, all you're going to do when you want to change, you're just going to lift up that blade, take it off. Look, I'll take this blade that I was just using. I drop that one on. It is that simple. You're just changing the blade like that. Obviously, you won't get a red one. You'll get a black one. So this is the corer. You see that little circle there? So that's where you put your apple. You just sit it on top like that. Push that through. Okay. Whenever you make an apple pie, by the way, use Granny Smith, the green ones, and then use some of these Fuji's or whatever those red ones are, the delicious, and then see how it cuts the core out for you? You remove those cores. I should have one more in there, I think. Where is it? Come on, I know you're in there. There it is. And then you just got to go back in, apple on top, straight on through again. So you can just chop away. You can make a beautiful apple crumble this way, all the way through.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Look at that, how fast it is. Chef, you did you did 6 of them in like 10 seconds.
6 apples, and look at the perfect cuts.
Yeah.
Right, every single one of them looks great. A little bit of cinnamon and sugar goes in for flavour. Just give that a little toss. And then take your crumble mix, straight over the top like this. This is just butter, some oats, a little flour, and a little sugar. You put that all over the top. Throw that in the oven, you've got an apple crumble.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you can do it like that.
And just note, too, this is today's special. So you saw that we cooked up a storm over there, and now all of a sudden we're going to make an apple crumble in it. So, again, perfect size pan to do that.
That's right.
And that's a lot of crumble. Like, that feeds a lot of folks.
It sure does. Now, I am a lefty, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that blade around and pop it in, because I'm going to grate in this direction. Look how quickly I can grate my cheese. So you might say to yourself, well, I can buy it from the store. Yeah, you can. You pay more for it, and it's covered in a thing called anti-caking agent, because fresh cheese will stick together. But if you're grating it to use, it's not going to stick together. It's only going to stick together
Also, you save money by buying it by block.
Absolutely.
As opposed to cut.
Absolutely, but you can see I grated that whole drawer, so now I'm able to toss that around, pop it in the oven and make beautiful nachos. So that's the grater. Let me show you the fine grater, which is right next door. This is a double-sided one. So again, I can just pop that out and replace it with the next insert, which could be the grater or even the Mandoline. Okay, but watch this. So this is that Parmesan cheese. So for any of your harder cheeses or vegetables that you want to do, you're just going to be grating away, and you can see how quickly and how much you get. It's measuring it for me, right? Because you can see how we put the measure marks there on the drawer for you. So you can go ahead and you can use that Parmesan cheese for whatever your heart desires.
By the way, the sunflower is almost gone. If you want the sunny, happy sunflower, that we're down to maybe 100 left, and then that's going to be totally sold out. It's been a while since we've had Chop Chop here in stock.
It sure is.
And literally it's one of the most talked about items because it truly takes something we all dread doing. Like everybody loves to finish eating. They love the food. We hate the prep.
That's the Mandoline that I'm using now. So you can see I've just cut myself a whole drawer full of cucumbers, so that can go over my salad. Right, let's put it back in. Why don't we do some celery next? Same deal, we're going to slice a whole bunch of celery in one shot, right? So you can see that there. Get the celery over the top of our beautiful crunchy salad. Come on out, Mr. Cucumber. Maybe even some fennel.
Oh, nice.
So nice thin slices of the fennel. Now, if you want to use the guard's right here, right? All you're going to do with the guard is put it on. It works just exactly the same as if you weren't using the guard, so that's a great thing. You want to use the guard. And look at that, I just sliced an entire bin of thinly sliced fennel. So all those wonderful salad ingredients with spring around the corner, you guys, you're going to want to be eating nice and healthy. Maybe you want to make a beautiful big Easter salad. Oh, fruit salad. Check this out.
That's a great idea.
Whether it's a hard one like pineapple or something a little softer like a strawberry, see how it just glides on through? Look, 2 strawberries at once, no problem. So you can make your own fruit salads. I know so many of us are buying this from the supermarket, but I'm telling you, it's half the price if you do it yourself.
Yep.
There's no preservatives. It's so good and simple. And look, I just mix that together, and I've got a perfect little diced. And you could keep going. There could be
honestly,
melon.
you did
There
it in
could be
seconds too.
Could
Like,
be peaches. Yeah.
If you turned away, you missed him chopping all that, right? It was that fast. Okay, sale price tonight. We do have 5 flex on everything right now, so definitely take advantage of that. The other thing I love is that you get so much with it. So it's the Mandoline, the coarse grater, the fine grater. You get the sealable lid, the dicer, the wedge, the corer. Like it's all those tools in one. And you know what's really nice? Easy to take care of. You can throw it in the dishwasher,
That's right?
And all the blades are stored inside. So it's not like you have a bunch of blades all over the house, you can't find them.
Well, what about just for chopping onions? I mean, does anybody like chopping onions? I know I don't, and I don't think many people do. What about making a salsa? So I said before, it works just as well with something soft, like my tomatoes, and you can see them right here, one after the other. I'm gonna make a quick pico de gallo for you, right? Great little dip or summer sauce. So just fresh tomatoes, throw in some onion, throw in some chili or some peppers, no problem at all. Just go ahead and dice those in there as well. So you just sit them on top, through it goes, hard or soft, doesn't make a difference. And then we're gonna go ahead, take that, look at that.
Look at the,
I totally
that's
filled.
a ton of it.
I literally just cut, how much is that, 4 cups?
Yeah, I think so.
Unbelievable. Right, I'll grab a spoon.
No, 6 cups. You just did 6 cups.
6 cups of chopped salsa. And look, you're probably going to not fill it to the absolute brim, but I'm just going to go ahead and take some of that.
Hey, heads up, my producer Brandon just said the sunflower is going to be gone. So if you want the happy yellow sunflower, you definitely have to go now. The 3 colors that'll be left will be black, turquoise, and the red. But again, sunflower almost totally sold out, and it will be completely gone here in about 2 minutes. So if that's your color choice, do not miss out. Hey, and also don't forget, we have the set of extra drawers with the lid. So if you want to pre-prep all your food ahead of time and put it in the fridge and keep it, then you've got 2 more drawers with the lids that you can get. So